Giorgio. How wonderful to see you, bro.
Oh, it's really good to see you.
And I see you came with company.
I came with company. Yeah. Very important because we are 25 years and we are celebrating the times where we are reliving the times, and we're having the big men who were around at the time.
Yes, those who started the game.
That's right.
That you are now playing.
That's right. That's right. So we are privileged, very, very, very privileged this morning to have Mr. Yao Ampofankra in the studios.
Wow.
Yao.
Wow.
What's up, George?
Sports royalty.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's wonderful to see you, Yao. Always a pleasure.
You,
right? Thank you so much for passing through. I'm very well.
You on my way here.
Oh yeah, Yao. The last time we had Eva Autry and Aloy Amande pass through.
Listen,
and they said a lot about you.
Good stuff, right?
Good stuff.
They didn't tell you about the other side.
I didn't tell you the other side. Good stuff. But could you? Just tell us, how did you join Joy FM?
How did I join? Okay, so
I think at the time Carl Tufo was the
I came to meet my boss. Carl
so how did you join?
Carl the Truth, great guy. He's still my boss. I was at Choice FM, and a certain man called Samuel Atamensa, the legend.
Oh,
yes, I had a chat with him. I don't know how we got into contact, but Samens basically said, come to Joy. I mean, the way Samens talks jovially, jokingly, and so I came through, very nervous because Joy is Joy. And but when I got here, I think there was so much love. Carl Tufo was already here. I met Kofi Opare Addo.
Okay.
Yeah. Kofi Opare Addo was also here, but he was on his way out. So I came through and had some orientation, and that was it. That was the beginning.
Maybe history, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yao was doing the sports center. So you were doing the sports center.
Wow.
And you're doing the sports center with the late Komla Dumo.
The great late Komla Dumo. Yeah, that was awesome.
So this would have been you right now.
That's it.
Yes. What was the 90s version of K?
How did you guys start the show?
Cloud plays music. We have a chat just as you do.
Oh, okay.
What's trending? What's the headline today?
Okay.
Then I'll say, this is we've sacked another coach, and then I hit it up.
And he liked sports. So you asked a lot of questions.
Music and sports. So once we're done, then we go into the controversial stuff. And Komla always hits something. Is he going to be sacked? That guy's a bad player. Yeah, that was great.
Guys, don't go anywhere. You're going to hear Yambo Franca do the sports. No. But we've got some chaotic shouters playing.
Absolutely, let's do them now. This one, I want to read the message just as it came. It said, "Hi, senior. Please, today happens to be my birthday. Kindly wish me happy birthday." And this is a message from my good friend Joseph Kobla Wemako. He's the executive director of Human Rights Reporters Ghana. Happy birthday to you, Joseph. Also, special birthday to my dear cousin Nana Ifwa Roxon, who is at Glyco.
Okay.
And it's her birthday today. She's asking for a lovely song by Diana Hamilton. We'll see if we can play that for her later.
That's right.
She can only thank God for how far He has brought her.
We've got some more chaotic birthdays now. This one is happy birthday and happy retirement to Mr. George Niashi, formerly of the legal department of Carl Bank. God bless you and thanks for your 29 years of service to Carl Bank. Well, for management and staff. I've got another one, I think, here. Happy 10th birthday to Donya from Doris Japan in London and your parents. I mean, that's Anna and Eddie. And today is the birthday of Otumfo Osei-Tutu II.
Cool.
King Kong Nemu.
Yes, they are something in it. This is the big one. Very big one.
Did you just do Bernard Brakwesiama?
No, I didn't.
Okay, Bernard Brakwesiama is the CEO of Bello Couture GH.
Okay.
And this is a birthday wish to him from Philip, his children, and his lovely wife, Amma Eunice. Keep shining. They love you. Happy birthday also. This one is to Tutua Emisa, interesting name, from Henry Asare. Happy birthday to Samuel Chitalai from his wife Gloria. Happy birthday to David Agala from Montran Limited, Kumasi. Happy birthday to Nanifwa Roxon, and this is another birthday wish to Nanifwa Roxon, but this time from Bill Buglo Hedo. Says, much love to you.
All right.
And comedian David Agala.
Also enjoying the birthday today. Good stuff.
I think we've done them all, haven't we?
Yes, we have. Because I think we have to run this by Yao. Because yes, forget to us the spoon. Just a quick one on it, Yao. Joado was with us in the studio on Saturday, and he said, Abedbele was his best captain. You have followed the Black Stars. I think the 3 World Cups. You were there. We watched you so much in 2006. I remember the 6 tune.
Yeah, best captain, huh?
So best captain Black Stars. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or should we read the sponsors and come back?
Yeah.
He's thinking about it. This one needs processing. All right, Sports Center is brought to you by MTN. Choose your own bundle your own way with MTN Flexi Bundle. Just dial *138# and enjoy bundles that don't expire. It's also brought to you by Standard Chartered Bank, here for good. Now, at Standard Chartered, your safety and well-being is important to them. They understand that there may be heightened levels of anxiety during this period, and they would encourage you to remain calm and adhere to all the precautionary measures shared by the health authorities. Wash your hands frequently, use alcohol-based hand sanitizers, avoid touching your face, and remember to cough or sneeze into a tissue and dispose of it right after. Health and safety units have significantly stepped up the frequency and cleaning of their branches and any touchable surfaces or platforms that you might use, including their ATMs and desks in their branches and offices. Given the protocols around social distancing, they recommend the use of digital channels, including the SC mobile app and straight-to-bank platforms, which are available 24/7 for all transactions. The good thing about banking on the digital channels is that you might just win amazing rewards anytime you transact on SC mobile. Please stay safe and keep well. Standard Chartered, here for good. Now we can fight COVID-19 together by keeping calm, staying at home, and making our bill payments at paybill.mtn.com.gh/postpaid. Or you can pay with Momo, Visa, or MasterCard. You can also pay via My MTN app or just contact MTN through any of their official social media channels. For more details, stay safe and stay connected. We day for you everywhere you go.
Okay, so let's go back in the day. This is probably some 20 years ago or 15 years ago?
No, about 20 years.
20 years ago.
Wow.
Doing the Sports Center. So how are you starting?
How am I starting?
Yes.
So
let's go back. Let's go back to the day. So
yeah. So, are we starting?
Yeah, we're starting. So let's go out.
All right. Okay. Yeah. More than welcome to the show. It's good to have George Addo and Kujiyanka here. Let's kick it started.
George, the flow. Charlie to the flow. Go to the flow. Charlie,
I'm weak.
Check your voice. Then check the late command tomorrow voice. Over the morning show. Hey,
behave. What's trending now? I mean, I've not been really keeping up. You know, what's
I think the big one for us yesterday was what decisions the various leagues were going to take, because the Confederation of African Football had given them a deadline of May 5 to decide whether they want to continue the leagues or they want to annul them. And we had quite a number of them coming through. Here in Ghana, we had a very big one, knowing that the Ghana Football Association were a bit undecided on what to do, because the clubs didn't seem to be, clearly on one tangent of what they want to do, whether they want to annul or they want to keep it going. So the Ghana Football Association has requested 2 more weeks.
Wow.
To try and sort this out.
Okay. Let's get the details.
That's right.
So cancellation of continuation of the Ghana Premier League is still subject matter within the football fraternity. The Ghana FA has confirmed the clubs are divided on what should be the strategy going forward. While some want the league to be cancelled, others are of the view that they wait for Corona to be over so they continue the season. Here is the Ghana FA Communications Director, Henry Asante.
It's one of the issues that came up, delegation with these clubs. Some of them feel we should suspend the league. I can count, hands that were raised during the interaction with these clubs. Most of these clubs feel it is not conducive enough, and they have also been preaching safety. They have been talking about the fact that we must take precaution. So some feel we should cancel the league, truncate the league. Others feel we should give ourselves some time to see if things would improve in the coming days.
Henry Asante adds that his outfit is in talks with government on the best decision to take regarding the strategies they intend to apply to finalize their competitions.
The communique that came from CAF was not instructive. Okay. It wasn't binding. CAF said, we would appreciate if you get back to us by 5th May. Okay. That means we can send a situational report to CAF, give them an update as to what is currently happening in Ghana, because you remember that when FIFA President Gianni Infantino spoke to the football world about 3 weeks ago, he mentioned that we should respect local protocols and deal with our respective government. So as we speak, the Ghana Football Association has been in dialogue with the government of Ghana. We have constantly held meetings with the Ministry of Health and the Ghana Health Service. We want to respect their advice, we want to respect their directives. So it will be difficult for us to do something that is not, that is directly opposite to what they have been telling us.
Henry Asanji adds that for CAF Medical Officer Committee member Dr. Prince Bambo, continuing the league will be inappropriate.
In sport, what we have control over and what we should be thinking about at the moment is to plan how football would return post-COVID. So if football is supposed to be returning in the next 3, 4, 5 months, how is it going to return? Because believe you me, COVID has come to stay with us as one of the disease conditions we'll be treating normally in our various clinics going forward. So if football is even supposed to return, how is it going to return responsibly? So those are the things we need to be looking at now. So yes, back to your premise. With all these numbers, with our numbers keep going up, we haven't gotten to the point where our curve is flattening yet. Is it appropriate to be thinking or to want to force it to start now? The answer is no. It is not appropriate.
All right. So that's Dr. Prince Bambo out there. So interesting. I don't know what your thoughts are really on the cancellation of the Ghana Premier League. What do you think?
Yeah, it's always wise to listen to the medical experts. Yeah. And he's been in football for forever. Yeah. So I think he knows what he's talking about. Let's wait and see if the FA would listen to him. Okay. So let me tell you about what happened elsewhere in the other leagues in Africa, because they all had to also do something quickly, because CAF was looking for the report. Now, the Lesotho Football Association reported to the Confederation of African Football that the 2019-2020 season would not be annulled. Now, they will extend to monitor the situation. That's more like what the Ghana Football Association also did. Now, we know that the Mauritanian Football Federation have extended the postponement as well of their Nations Leagues to September 2020. The Federation also, earmarked over $3 million to support the football community amid the coronavirus crisis. Now, also, we go to the 2019-2020 Congo League R season that has been concluded due to the novel coronavirus pandemic. So they decided to conclude that, and Otoho Di Oyo, yes, now they have been declared champions. They had a 14-point lead at the top with only 4 games to the end of the season. Now, the Nigeria Football Federation has also cancelled the 2019-2020 football season there because of coronavirus. Now, there will be no winner, no relegation in all divisions. So AS Sonidep are in the CAF Champions League, yes, and Gendarmerie will be in the CAF Confederations Cup. The Liberian National League, they've just nullified that without promotion or relegation due to the pandemic. Now, Ethiopia's Football Federation have declared the 2019-2020 Premier League, season null and void in the wake of the virus. So no winners, no relegation. There will be no representatives in the CAF competitions. The other leagues affected include the Mauritius Professional League, the Kenya Premier League, the Guinea National Championship, and the Angola Girabola. These leagues have all concluded. So that's the situation right now on the continent. I know you've got a story for me in Hearts of Oak then. Yes, indeed. And let's find out what's happening there. Hearts of Oak. Well, it's interesting what's happening with the Phobians at the moment, but I think you can give me a little bit of a background and then we can talk about it.
We can talk about it because Hearts of Oak defender Joe Addo believes consistency in the club's coaching department can revive the team. You know, Hearts have sacked 19 coaches in 10 years.
19
coaches in 10 years. They need the results. So Addo is a former international relations and marketing manager of the club and thinks having the coach on long-term contract could end their trophy drought.
People sit back and look at what the board of directors are doing, especially Toby Apele. But he's invested so much money in the club, and I worked there for almost 2 years. I know how hard it is, to be there. And I know how much money is involved in his, running the club. So sometimes I feel for him because winning the cup will be the ultimate for him. But as much money as he has spent, it hasn't come to fruition. He hasn't really gone the way he wants. And he's trying his best to make it work. He's hiring some good coaches, some not so good. The results have come so good, some not so good. But I think the main thing that we like in House of Folk is consistency. I think that is our main thing. If we stick with one person and give him the freedom to run the club, or let him coach the club, let him go, I think we'll go somewhere. But when we start, changing our objectives and our directions every now and then, we are disjointed. It makes it very difficult to go on the straight line.
Okay, so that's Joe Ado there. Today is May 5th. When we talk about the Accra Hearts Vogue, and Kotoko comes to mind as well. We know that in 4 days we're going back to what happened at the Accra Sports Stadium.
Yeah.
And you covered the game.
Absolutely. It was. You know, you talk about May 9th, and yes, it was a horrible tragedy. Most of us didn't know how bad it was until maybe a few hours later when we.
So you were on duty. Normal duty.
I wasn't actually. It was Durosumi Thomas, the BBC correspondent. He couldn't make it to the stadium, so he called me. I would have gone anyway.
Okay.
And so I went to report on the match, and in the aftermath, immediately we saw people lying around, but we thought that maybe they had passed out. They were unconscious. We didn't know they were dead.
Yeah.
A couple of dozen bodies. Okay, but then later we were told over 100 people.
100 people came.
So I had to go back to the 37 military hospital to ascertain. It was that bad.
Was that the saddest moment in your career?
It was harrowing because to see that happening, and it took time for you to actually take that in. It's even now when you think about it, it was very harrowing, and the way the Hearts supporters in particular, Aziz to mention, he was fantastic. I think in the immediate aftermath, every single day Aziz was moving from radio station to radio station, just telling the fans to calm down. There was a lot of tension as well. Some fans actually literally went on a rampage in Nima, blaming authorities. They wanted justice immediately, but thankfully nothing happened.
Yeah. You had to cover all that. So what were the highest points? What would you say were the highest points whilst you were here at Joy FM, working as the young journalist? And
so much. I mean, at a point, Susan Amplefoot, now Susan Ayete, she was the news editor, and she and Tommy Annan Forson decided that I should do I should be a parliamentary correspondent. So I was for about almost a year. I was in Parliament. I remember Paul Adomotri was around, as well. But for about a year, I was in Parliament.
Even though you were on the sports desk?
Yes, I reduced the sports just a little bit, and I think for a few weeks as well, Tommy Annan Forson made me host a Sunday morning show as well. Yeah.
Which one?
It was a
gospel.
It was a country. It was
the country. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Iggy is now the host.
It was not my thing, but it was kind of an orientation. I was a bit stubborn.
Okay.
I was a bit stubborn.
Very, very stubborn.
Not very, very stubborn. I didn't like sitting in the studio. Okay. I didn't like sitting in the house.
Okay.
So we go for an assignment. I would come. I would do what I have to do, and then I'm off to. So I think they realize that this guy wants to be roving around. Let's give him a little bit of freedom. But the lessons were that I was then put in the right way. I had great people around me to teach me the ropes. As I said, Susan Ayete, Tommy Annan Force, Kaltufo.
Must have been very tough to work under Kaltufo.
No.
I hope I don't get in trouble back in this.
He's firm. He says it as it is, and he encouraged me throughout. Even now, still, he's my boss. Mavis Akoto, had great times with her as well.
Mavis Akoto.
Kojo Frimpong, Eloy Mande. It was fantastic. We had some fantastic people around. Doreen Andor, of course, she's still around. Yeah. And she used to call me Richard. Doreen would never call me Yao.
No,
Richard.
Oh, there's a Richard there.
Is she around?
Don't be listening to us.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a Richard there.
Yeah.
Let's talk about hosting of the shows. So you were doing the sports center. You did the sports arena.
Sports arena, right? And then
you did sports track.
That's right. And sometimes the news, you'd come in at the end of the news to read sports news. But a lot of the time you'd be out in the field trying to get information and bringing it back, So it was a great platform to learn, and it helped me a lot when I moved outside as well. When I went to the BBC, I think some of the basic things I learned at Joy FM really put me in good stead, and it was terrific.
I think you see, typical sports arena, you had a lot of correspondents in the various Ghana Premier League centers. Can you tell me about some of them and how a Sunday will go, like a normal Ghana Premier League Sunday goes? Who were the guys?
I do recall that at a particular point, someone like Christopher Opoku, the late, may he so rest in peace,
yes,
was doing an excellent job from Kumasi.
Okay.
He stands out because of the way his passion, for delivering the news items, and was exceptional. His love for sports, he was a fantastic guy. He's somebody that I would always remember. We also worked very well with other sports journalists from other media houses. Interestingly, the late Tony Usamofa, Keto Kreku, Kwame Banwako,
wow,
Fifi Banson.
Ket was running commentary sometime.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Radio Universe. Radio Universe.
Wow.
We're producing some of the best sports guys.
Yeah.
Ibrahim Sani. They all passed through there. Yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I tell you a story about this guy. Yes. I don't know if it was Joy or Atlantis.
It was Radio Universe.
Yeah. I wanted to grab this guy and bring. It happened later on.
Yeah.
But at that time, it didn't. Because I heard this guy on radio, and I'm like, who is that guy? Was it basketball?
Yeah. It was football. But we are talking about this 20 years ago.
Later
but clearly, it looked like you had a knack for finding our talents, and I think that's how come we had a very good. It was like creme de la creme. All the guys who worked with OTH. All the guys.
How different is it? And I can ask the two of you this question, right? How different is it doing sports now than it was back then? I suppose social media makes a big difference.
Yeah, I think now fingertips. You guys have access to information. Bam. Back in the day, you'd have to, check the newspapers. Online wasn't so strong. Social media wasn't so strong. But now it's fascinating. So much information, and the speed of light. Literally, it was incredible. So now, and I think the competition as well. More media houses, diversity. The local language has also made a huge impact as compared to our time. But still, hot, talented guys like George and the rest did a great job. Gary Al Smith.
Yeah. Okay, that's about it. But what was your trademark sign out? So you do that for us now. How did you sign out in your shows?
Yeah, thanks for listening. We'll be back again later on for more sports action. Back to you, Kojo.
Oh, nice. I take him. And that was the Joy Sports Center. Thank you guys so much. George Addis Jr. returns tomorrow with even more. But in the meantime, your car deserves the best treat. Introducing the latest addition to the Total Quartz engine oil.